What Lonzo thinks is a wide-ranging, free-flowing discussion where I offer up my unsolicited views on everything from music, movies, politics, sports, religion, pop culture, you name it. If it's happening, I'm talking about it. All right, and I have a special guest with me today, Chanda Lightsey. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking, and thanks for being on the show today. All right, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. All right,
Okay.
um, entrepreneur. That's a word that I think everybody's probably heard or said at one point in their life, and might not know exactly what that means. And actually, earlier today, I was out in the public and I was talking to someone, and that word came up, and I thought to myself, wait a minute, I don't even know what entrepreneur what it means to be an entrepreneur. So I took the liberty to look it up. And the definition of entrepreneur is a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking on greater than normal financial risk in order to do so. Is that accurate?
That sounds about right.
Okay. So,
I agree.
all right on. So that made me really think. And I thought, wait a minute, this would be a good topic to discuss today, especially in today's social and financial climate, what it is to be an entrepreneur, especially in the United States of America, and even more importantly, as a female and or as a female in today's society as well. So, I was taking a look at some articles and everything, and I ran across an interesting article from BondStreet.com, and the article highlighted Atlanta resources for female entrepreneurs. And as I was scanning it, there's a lot of different organizations here in the Atlanta area that focuses on just that entrepreneurship when it comes to women. And the one that kind of jumped out at me was the All About Business, a consortium of women entrepreneurs, and that happens to be you. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
And according to the write-up, it says that I guess it goes by AAB. That's your acronym?
It is AAB, which of course stands for All About Business.
Okay. So I tell you what, I'm going to turn it over to you and just kind of tell us first of all what AAB is about, how'd you get started, how long you been in existence, and so on and so forth.
Well, I am the founder of All About Business, a networking group for entrepreneurial women, and I formed the group in April of 2005. And I've been blessed to have had the pleasure of networking and meeting some amazing women or entrepreneurs or female entrepreneurs over these past few years. This was a vision given to me by God, and I am very passionate about connecting women with other like-minded business owners, providing them with the tools and resources and leads to help them grow their businesses. All About Business is a formal networking group in the Cobb County area, and we primarily meet on a monthly basis, and guest speakers that will come in and speak on a topic that is beneficial for everyone. Sometimes we do workshops, seminars, just various events, and everyone has the opportunity to introduce themselves and their business. Even if you do not have your own business, All About Business is a great resource if you're thinking about going into business and wanting to learn more. All About Business is also a great resource as well. And I've just been so blessed and fortunate to be a part of All About Business, and I don't do it alone. I have a great team that works along with me, and it's just been a pleasure. I get so much joy out of seeing the hearing the reviews and seeing smiles on these women's faces as they say, "Wow, thank you for the information. Thank you," giving them the tools to empower them to go out and be successful and help another female entrepreneur. So.
Oh, that's amazing. And come to think of it, I mean, in a metropolitan area like Atlanta that has been just growing and growing, and I mean, it has so much growth potential, and it's an area where, I mean, there is no slowdown in sight. What is it like, and I'm sure you've been in the Atlanta area for quite a while, because you said you've been doing it since 2005. So kind of explain on what it's like to be an entrepreneur, not only an entrepreneur, but also a female entrepreneur in the Atlanta area, and how you were able to navigate those waters, and how you're able to help others navigate those waters.
Well, it's challenging, of course. It's not an easy task. Atlanta, as a city on its own, has so many organizations and resources and to help women entrepreneurs where they may need financing, where they need just education on just how to start a business. I've met people who they want to start a business, but they don't have a clue, what their strengths and talents are. They don't know what to do yet. And so just surrounding yourself around like-minded women who are willing to help and share and give, that's where it all starts. There are, of course, hundreds of networking groups in the Atlanta market, thousands. And me, myself, after going to various networking groups, I became frustrated because a lot of the meetings that I would attend mainly felt like a dating scene. There was no structure. It was all about, how many business cards can you collect? How many business cards can you give out? But there was no real sense of really networking and building a bond, with another, and just really, being, not being selfish and really trying to help someone else succeed. Or, like I said, we share leads, we provide leads to one another. I'm always thinking of how I can help. What can I do? Who can I refer you to? And it's just been a joy for me. And whether I get, I'm not asking for anything in return. I always want to see others succeed, especially female entrepreneurs. As I said before, I have a passion for female entrepreneurs because I have tried and I've started and tried so many ventures, and of course, I failed and have failed, over and over and over. But hey, that's okay, because each time you fail, hopefully there's a lesson learned. It has been for me. So it's not about your failures. It's about keep striving. If it's something that you truly want to do, no matter how long it takes you, just keep striving for it. All About Business is not, fully where I would like for it to be, but hey, I'll die trying.
Well, I certainly understand that, absolutely. So that begs another question. What is in your mind the number one pitfall that a young or that maybe not young, just doesn't really matter the age, someone who's starting a business? What's the number one pitfall that usually frustrates people, or the things that that they fall into that may derail a business even before it gets started?
I would say just lack of knowledge or education on how to. Something as simple as, how do I form a business? How do I form a corporation? How do I apply for an EIN or a Dun and Bradstreet number? Just simple things like that. How do I even, how do I start a website? Where do I get business cards? Just the simple things. How do I write a business plan? How do I get funding? And so many times, people, they give up because they don't have the money. And I am a prime example of, if there's a will, there's a way. No, I don't have a bank that's financing me and writing me $1 million check. But if the will is there, and I tell people, don't let lack of resources, lack of money, prevent you from going after your dreams. As I mentioned earlier, I bring in guest speakers, I bring in professionals. We may have a workshop on financing, how to raise money, how to apply for a loan, how to, the importance of credit and business credit, personal credit, business credit. We've had thousands of topics over the past 12, 13 years. And so I'm always looking for experts and professionals to come in to share that knowledge and that information. So there is just, if you are wanting to run and operate your own business and you have the desire to do so and the work ethic, then don't allow anything to prevent you from going after your goals, your dreams. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did, absolutely. But you did use some jargon that I want to try to get clarified as well. You mentioned EIN and Dun and Bradstreet. Can you expand on what those mean for the listeners out there who might not know exactly what you're talking about?
Well, the EIN, when you get ready to start a business or to get ready to incorporate a business, your EIN is your IRS number that the IRS provides to you to identify your business for tax purposes. It's similar to, like, everyone has a social security number. The EIN actually stands for your employer identification number. And so that is the way that the government keeps up with what you're making and what you're not making. It's a 9-digit number that is assigned to your business. And sometimes people don't understand how to go about applying for a EIN number. It's so simple as to just simply going online to IRS and apply for your online EIN number, and you can be issued a number within 2 minutes or less. So little things like that. And sometimes people think that they have to go hire an attorney or hire someone to obtain an EIN number for them. It is so simple. You can do it strictly on your own just by going to the website, apply for your EIN number. So, and the Dun and Bradstreet that I mentioned, Dun and Bradstreet. So for anyone that is not familiar, of course, you can visit their website, dnb.com, Dun and Bradstreet. And it is also a number that is it's a 9-digit unique number, identifies your business. And that number is a part of it's a rating that, just like your credit report, but it's a credit report for your business versus your personal credit. What can I say? That's basically it. The Dun & Bradstreet is like your business credit report. And so when you're looking for funding or anything of that nature, if you wanted to do, expand, some type of expansion or what have you, a person or an institution can take a look at your Dun & Bradstreet report to gauge whether or not your business is, how strong or how credit worthy your business is.
Okay, and is there a cost associated with getting an EIN or a Dun and Bradstreet number?
No, no cost whatsoever.
Okay, so there you heard it. It's free. So it's simple and it's
It's
free.
free.
So in other words, you
It's
don't
free.
need to get an attorney or anyone else to do it for you when you do it yourself.
That is correct.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, success stories. Are there any success stories that you would like to share in regards to maybe yourself or some of your clients that have used your service?
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's been, as I mentioned, since 2005, and I should write a book, but there have been so many people or women that have started a business as a result of attending our networking groups. People who have thriving businesses that are expanding. There's so many I could talk about, but absolutely, there are a lot of. I've just been so fortunate and so blessed to meet so many successful entrepreneurs who have, whether they've come to one meeting or if they've been to 20 meetings, but that have come through our doors at some point over the past few years, and not to pat myself on the back, but sometimes I can just be out and about and I run into someone. I'm like, oh hey, yeah, I remember your group. One story in particular that I like to share real quick. There was a young lady who came to a meeting. This was about 2 years ago. And so this lady told me that she had been following the group for the past 10 years. And I said, huh? So you've been a part of our group online, but you've never been to a meeting in person? And she said no. And I said, if you don't mind my asking, why? And she lived in Cobb County. And she said that she, somehow her vocal cords were destroyed. She had an accident. She couldn't talk. So she could not talk for 10 years, or however long it was. And so, by the grace of God, she got her voice back. She came to the meeting, and when she told me that story, oh my gosh, the tears that was shed in that room. This lady, when she got up and introduced herself and explained why, but she thanked the group she followed us all these years, and she thanked us, and she just, she expressed how she just expressed so much gratitude for the information that she had, she obtained or learned just by being a part of us. And so that story will always remain, and she had tears streaming down her face, and it's just, there are so many stories, but that one certainly stands out.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely an amazing story. So good on her. Good on her. All right, and that begs another question. The diversity in your group. Can you describe the diversity in your group, and also the differences between, say, the attitudes and or the I guess the success level or engagement that you see through, diversity in your group?
Well, we are a diverse group. We are not a black-owned networking group. We are a female entrepreneur network. We are All About Business is a female entrepreneurial networking group, and we don't care what color. As a matter of fact, I think I have every race that you can think of that is a part of All About Business. So that I am very proud of. So we are a diverse group of women in every sense of the word.
Okay, so do you see like any differences between the different, social groups or anything like that? Like say for example, maybe say a Latino member versus a black member or a white member, on how they may approach the program or or the different resources they may want to utilize? Is it a difference, or are they everybody kind of uses kind of like the same strategies?
No, there's definitely no difference based on your racial makeup. No difference whatsoever. We are a group of like-minded women, and I want to emphasize that word, like-minded, what draws us together as a group. So we welcome each and every one.
All right.
You just have to be a female.
Yeah, I kind of gather that much. So that's great. So what's the outlook for All About Women going All About Business moving forward? What's your 2, 3, 4, 5-year plan?
Oh, we have so many things that we have on the agenda. We are in the midst of launching our All About the Biz Talk podcast. So for those who can't meet with us in person, we want to take that in-person platform and bring it to the masses, not just here in Cobb County. We want to spread the news, spread the word nationwide. So our podcast will actually launch on this Tuesday, which is February what is Tuesday's date?
I think it's the 19th.
The 19th. So we will have our first guest, which is a phenomenal entrepreneur. Her name is Crystal Spellman with Spellman Consulting Group, and we can't wait to interview her and hear her story on how she started, and her pains, her struggles, and her successes. So we will be promoting that throughout social media. So All About the Biz Talk podcast is officially launching on February the 19th with our first guest, Crystal Spellman of Spellman Consulting Group.
Awesome. We'll be looking forward.
And we also, in addition to the podcast, we will eventually look at having an expo and a scholarship gala at some point. So those are the things that are on the horizon, where we want to be not only do we want to be a resource in terms of information, we also want to be a financial resource and be able to provide seed money for those up-and-coming entrepreneurs.
Okay, awesome.
So we have a lot on the agenda. So there are great things to come.
Absolutely. So that being said, how can folks out there get more information, get in contact? Is there a phone number or a website or email, or how can folks get in contact and find out when your next meeting is, so on and so forth?
Okay, well, the best way to keep up with what's going on with All About Business currently, you can go to the website, which is www.aabnetworking.com. And that is we are in partnership with meetup.com. But if you go to aabnetworking.com, you can join us online at no cost. You can become a member. And we will post events, information about our next upcoming meetings. But if you want to stay abreast on what's going on with All About Business, please go to aabnetworking.com.
All right, so you heard it here first. All About Women Networking Consortium. All about business. All about business. My bad.
That's okay.
Well, you heard it here first, so definitely check them out. It's a great resource for female business women, entrepreneurs in the Atlanta area. So definitely look at them as a resource to help you get started and just get information, edify yourself. And as long as you're trying, you'll never fail. A wise person once told me, nothing beats failure but a try. So as long as you're trying, eventually you're going to break through. But it takes perseverance. There are a lot of overnight success stories, But I think most success stories don't happen overnight. You got to really put in the time and effort, and use all the resources available to you. And resources like All About Business is definitely a resource that you should want to reach out to. So, Chanda, I want to thank you for spending time with us this evening and sharing your knowledge and information. Any last words?
Thank you so much for having me. I enjoyed my time with you, and thank you so very much. I appreciate it.
Oh, no doubt. So let's make sure we do that again, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, so you heard it here. Once again, if you're listening out there, chime in. What do you think? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you in the Atlanta area? Where are you? What are your thoughts? Subscribe. Give me your comments below. Let me know what you're thinking and what any pitfalls anyone out there, my listeners, any pitfalls that you've kind of endured as a business owner or entrepreneur, or what are your thoughts in regards to being an entrepreneur? Make sure you subscribe. Comment below. Let me know. My subscribers, I really appreciate you, and I'm trying to get my subscribers up. So keep subscribing, keep following. Ring that bell. Make sure you sign up for your notifications. And as you well know, I try to do as many shows as I can. I get a lot of responses out there, so I do appreciate the responses. Keep them coming. And I try to share as much diverse material as possible, not just talking about musical sports, but everything out there. And business, especially in today's social and financial climate, is very important that this information is available to as many people as possible. So definitely reach out and let me know. Hit me up on Twitter at WhatLonzoThinks, Gmail, WhatLonzoThinks@gmail.com. Let me know what you think, because as usual, you just heard what Lonzo thinks. Bye.